Welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night. It is Fader Night. Open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. Got lots to talk about tonight. It's your conversation. It's your calls. UFOs, time travel, the supernatural, paranormal, conspiracies, your personal experiences, your contact, whatever you would like to talk about. It is Fader Night, and with that, let's go straight to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Nathan in Ohio.
Hi, Nathan in Ohio. How are you?
Good. I've called a few times, but it has been a while. I really wanted to ask you two questions. The first one is how does somebody really navigate anymore in the world of ufology, for one thing, but I mean, how do you really navigate what is BS and isn't, or do you just have to have really good discernment?
Well, discernment is something that you have to have not only in ufology, but life in general. You know, right. There's no question about that. And if you have good discernment, you know what I say, Nathan, squinty eyes, right? Squinty eyes, squinty eyes. And you just got to do that. Look, I'll give you like 5 examples. No, I'll give you the quick ones. You go and you're buying a car. Even, maybe you're buying a used car and you're on the lot and that salesman is flapping his jaw. Squinty eyes. Yes. Squinty eyes. Right? You're driving down the road. You're driving down the road and you see somebody with a van on the side of the road with a stack of flat screen TVs for sale, and you pull over. Squinty eyes. Squinty eyes, right? And somebody's going to talk to you, is going to post something about UFOs. Squinty eyes. Squinty eyes. That's all. That's all. And there is not in everything, but I would say in the large amount of everything out there, there's a little kernel of truth. Right? There's a little kernel. Some of it is all true. Right? It's all true. Everything that anybody has to say. When you hear a Fader Night that, tells, the story of us standing out in the middle of a field watching, some craft up in the sky zigzagging around and we all saw it, all of that is true. Right? All of it, and so there's that part of it. And then there's the other side where sometimes things just get a little bit crazy. I remember once, I've done, over 1,000 shows. So this has happened more than once. But when somebody has a story that they are telling on the air, whether it's a caller or a guest, and it's getting a little bit more fantastical, then I kind of look at it one of two ways, because I've had my own experiences, so I know that, there's stuff going on. There's that part. Then there's the second part of it, which is I know what the audience is doing. How far are they going to take this? Right? Let's just see, how far they can take it. This is fun. It's like the crazy uncle that tells you the crazy stories, and the crazy uncle is crazy, but you just see how far he's going to push his crazy stories. You know what I mean? So you got to look at it that way. But this is the thing, Nathan. I will never cut anybody off. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because I have, as crazy stories as I've heard on this show, I've got crazier ones. So, you know what? I can't, when I'm spewing stuff about disappearing houses or ghosts or, something standing in my room in the middle of the night and I'm having a blinking contest with it, well, it really happened. That's my experience. The story I had about the the dirigible that flew over my house, the Hindenburg or whatever it was. Look, that's my truth. And some people,
I live my truth.
That's right. Okay, so what was your second question?
Sorry, Jimmy. My second question basically is related to that. Is how does somebody who is having experiences but doesn't have tremendous amounts of proof navigate the waters to get their story out?
That's right. Nathan, I don't have any proof. I've got witnesses that have, stood next to me. But I've got other things that happened when I was by myself. I don't have any proof. So, what can we do with that? What proof can you, when somebody has a life after death experience, a near death experience, or a death experience where they die and they come back and they tell us these stories about what happened to them, they're not coming back with a videotape, right?
No.
Right? But we know that they died because they had a heart attack. The heart stopped. They're on the operating table for 5 or 10 minutes, and they get revived, and they come back with their story. Look, Steve in Bluefield died. He died.
Yeah.
Right? And what a wonderful story and perseverance and coming back, and his experience was not a positive one. Well, it was positive for him, but he enjoyed it. He knows that there is something on the other side, and he was okay with it, right? Well, anyway, but he doesn't have, all we have is his experience. And it's the same with you. So continue to share your experience. That's all you can do. Unless you get a selfie, right? I don't know. Unless you get a selfie or an autographed T-shirt, unless something like that happens, I don't know. When you go to
in the era of like deep fakes and things like that, nobody's going to be able to believe anything in about 5 years.
Well, that's actually 6 months ago. If you think about it, 6 months old. The deep fakes are really good. And look, unless, when you go to an NBA game and you see, the little kid goes up to the NBA player and gets one of his shoes, and the NBA player signs the shoes, and, here you go, kid. Unless E.T., takes his shoe off and signs it for you, what kind of proof, what would somebody believe? What proof would you have in your possession to be believable? I don't know.
Basically, all you have is your own experience of it.
That's it. That's why I don't discount anybody. I can't. I really, really can't. So it's up to everybody to just listen to people's experiences, listen to the different authors and researchers and experiencers that we have on this show. There's no way that everybody can have the exact same experience because of the size of our galaxy and the amount of planets here and the amount of intelligent life that is right here surrounding our own solar system. There could be literally tens of thousands or millions of civilizations out there aware of this planet, and that could potentially get here. So, I have no idea. Neither does anybody. Giorgio Tsoukalos said it best. When they get here and we start talking to them, we'll find out that we've all been wrong. And it's really that simple. Yeah. Nathan, enjoy the rest.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah, man. Enjoy the rest of your night, Nathan. Thank you so much, my friend.
All right.
That's a great phone call right there. And discernment is the key. But you got to have discernment in life. You have to have discernment in life. It is really that simple. You got to practice it all the way down. There's a song, and I'm putting everybody on hold, so when you hear it go silent, you're just being put on hold. Frank Zappa wrote a song called Flakes, right? Flakes, Flakes, Flakes. I think it's on Chic Your Booty is the album. What a great album. Flakes. Go and listen to that song. And when you listen to the song, get the lyrics and read the lyrics at the same time. That is a song about discernment. Right there. Frank Zappa. Flakes. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Who's this?
Good. This is Paul from Virginia.
Hi, Paul from Virginia. How are you, man?
Fine. I've talked to you a couple times. I was planning on calling again sometime soon, and I kept trying to figure out what I would talk about. But then the other night something happened, so now I know what I'm going to talk about.
How close are you to the CIA?
My sister works for them.
Oh, see, I knew it. I'm calling you out, Paul. I knew it. I felt it.
She's the head of protocol at the NRO.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. Did she know that you're calling into shows like this?
I don't know. She knows about my Facebook page, and I've called her and asked her things that were going on over there so I could verify things. Did
you ask her about UFOs?
No, I don't talk to her about stuff like that.
Oh, man. What's her phone number? Let's call her. Come on, Paul. Let's call her right now.
I think she's probably asleep. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, but, all right, that's a good answer. So you're saying you would call her, but you don't want to wake her up. We'll do it another time. How's that?
Sure.
All right. What's on your mind, Paul?
Okay. I went to a friend's house Monday, hung out for a while, partied a little, drank some rum, and I was on a bicycle. And when I left, it was pretty late. It was like after midnight. And I'm coming home. It's pretty dark, but I could just see the road enough to get home. But all of a sudden, I heard something, and it went like this. Hoo, 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 hoo.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, huh. And I'm thinking owl, and then I hear it again, and then I'm like, man, I don't know if that's an owl. It kept making that same noise. And I started thinking it was Bigfoot, man.
Right.
Because it didn't sound like an owl, really, to me, because it did, but it didn't, but because it sounded like pushed.
Did you see anything?
No. It was dark, and it wasn't that close to me. It wasn't like it was right next to me or anything.
Right.
But it was loud, so it could have been a mile away.
Wow.
But I think it's so loud that I could hear it.
So was lots of forest and woods where you were riding your bike?
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially the area where I was hearing it from. Over that way is more woods.
Yeah, and when you drive, forget about the western United States, forget about the plains and central Texas and all of that stuff. Forget about all of that. Mm-hmm. When you drive around the eastern part of the United States, you can go from Maine down to Florida and just drive through western New Jersey or Pennsylvania, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Virginia, North and South Carolina, Georgia, right? All you see as you're looking at is just, nobody's ever been there, right? Right. Nobody's ever walked there. You can tell, and right. You think that most people think when it comes to Bigfoot. Now, look, I've only seen Bigfoot prints. I've never had a Bigfoot sighting, and still on the fence, right? But I'm getting closer. But there are certain things that make sense. And one of them is this. People think their visualization is that the United States is built on, that everything has been seen, walked on, houses built, streets, towns, cities, and there's nothing left. This country is basically empty. And you fly over it in a plane, and you look out the window, and you realize how much of it is just unexplored, empty. And, and we're talking about Virginia here, and people would think, no, man, I'm pretty sure Virginia's been. No. Could Bigfoot be alive in Virginia? Absolutely.
It wasn't long ago. My cousin, she lives down in southwestern Virginia. She posted a picture that she said was Bigfoot. You could just barely see it though.
Right.
She said it was Bigfoot, and I haven't been able to talk to her about it yet.
Well, there you go. Is this the sister that works for the NRO?
No, that was my cousin.
Oh, that was your who works for the CIA?
That's my sister.
That's your sister. Okay, it's your cousin that took the picture.
Right.
Oh, I got you. Man. Well, the next time you talk to your sister, tell her I said yo. Let's just confirm that I'm on their radar. Does she still work there?
Yes, she retires this year.
She retires this year, so we still have an open window of opportunity.
Yes, we do.
All right, Paul. Come on, man. Do a brother a solid. I'll talk to you, man.
Well, hey, I tried calling it too while I was riding my bike.
And
I started mimicking it.
Yeah, you woo-wooed it back?
Yeah.
No, and a response?
Yeah, it kept doing it.
Wow. Maybe, what about a big dog?
No, it wasn't a dog.
Okay. All right, Paul.
Wasn't a dog.
Yeah. I don't know if calling back to a Bigfoot is a good idea. What if it was a female Bigfoot that thought you were hot?
Well, that would be an experience.
I'll talk to you, Paul. Have a great night.
Okay. See you, Jimmy.
Yeah, thank you so much. Great phone call. Sister works for the CIA and the NRO. Wow. Wouldn't that be cool? See, if you work for the CIA, I don't know about the NRO, which is, much bigger than the CIA, but if you work for the CIA, can you disclose? Do you disclose that you work for the CIA? You don't, right? That's the whole point. You can't. Right? Isn't that right? I mean, at least, a CIA agent wouldn't call into this show and say that they work for the CIA. I don't think it works that way. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, Jimmy. This is Kevin from West Virginia.
Hey, Kevin from West Virginia. How are you? How close are you to the CIA, Kevin?
Oh, wow. I get asked that all the time.
I know you do. How close?
None at all.
What's that?
None at all, at least as far as I know.
But how close, how many miles are you from Langley? Because West Virginia is tiny.
Yeah, Langley's in Virginia, right?
Right.
Yeah.
How close?
No, I never looked that up.
How close are you to Washington, D.C.?
I'm clear on the other side of the state.
Oh, you're on the other side.
Panhandle.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so you're not that close by. So you're not a member of the company. You're not a member of the company.
No, I'm not.
Okay, I'm just
Let
confirming.
it go on the record right tonight on Fade to Black. I'm not CIA.
Right now. Do you feel better?
Right now.
Are you cleansed? Do you feel better?
I'm cleansed, Jimmy.
Right on, Kevin. What's on your mind, man?
Yeah, I just wanted to call in and tell you how great this new bunker cam is. Very, very sharp and stuff. But that's not why I called in. It's not really a question, just a comment. The last time we talked, we were doing the time travel stuff, and you mentioned the film Primer.
I did.
So I looked it up.
Did you watch
I got
it?
The film. I have not yet watched it. No.
Oh,
so
okay.
Next time I call in.
Yeah.
Next time I call in, I'll give you my review.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. You are absolutely gonna love it. You're gonna love it. It's one of those. I'm going to make this really quick. I want you to, you called in, but it's one of those movies. I think the budget was $7,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Family paid for it, mom and dad or whatever, credit cards. I don't know the whole story, but they had an excellent script, right? They did all of the research. It's really well written. And the time machine is actually a cardboard refrigerator box with Christmas lights. All right? Now that you know that, when you go watch the movie, you're thinking, oh, this is, no. Okay, that whole cardboard box, refrigerator lights doesn't even enter the picture. Just remember that when you see it in the movie, right? It is so well written that you're just going to go, wow. All the concepts, all the terminology, the way that it's done, the way that it's laid out. It's one of the best time travel movies out there, period, by anybody. And they made it for $7,000. I think it's $7,000. I might be wrong. But there you go. You're going to love it, Kevin. Okay, so what's on your mind?
That was it. I was just calling in to say how good the bunker cam was, and I'm looking forward to that film. Like I said, or you just mentioned it. It's all about the writing.
No, it isn't.
You get a good script. Who cares what the effects and stuff are? Get a good script, a good story. That's what sells the film for me. Yeah,
that's always the case. There are so many low-budget movies out there that you almost, because the script is so good, you don't notice its shortfalls or where they cut corners or things. And the examples are thousands of films, but Primer is one of that. Let me tell you how I found Primer. Because this is this is the truth, too. I swear that I am just like all of you. I literally was on my computer in bed and was Googling time travel movies. Okay? And I'm putting a list together.
Okay.
This is years ago, but that's what I do. I'm looking for those gems, and going through, and I see Primer there. I was like, okay, well, not only have I never heard of that, but so I click on it and I start doing the accolades about the film, about this being a low budget independent film, but that the script was amazing. I went and read a little bit more about it and ended up watching it. But that's how I found it, because I'm searching for that stuff. I really am into the subject. And that's how I found Primer. I can't tell you how many times I've seen it now. I don't even know. It's been dozens. Watch it all the time. It's a great movie.
Looking forward to it.
Kevin, behave and be well. Oh, I wanted to ask you about the bunker cam. No jittering, juddering, nothing. Nice and smooth.
It's pretty smooth here. Very, very clear. I like the new camera.
Yeah, it's. I'll tell you what I got. I got the Logitech C922E.
Okay.
That's the one I got. And again, I went and searched best streaming webcams. I've got all kinds of cameras around here, but I just wanted something that was set up for streaming, right? I wanted the best. And this was on, probably, 15 different lists, was the number one camera on everybody's list. So I rolled the dice and, a little bit of setup. You got to get into the settings and punch in a lot of numbers and experiment and bounce around.
Play around a bit, yeah.
Yeah, and I know that because not only are we feeding out the video stream, but right next to it, we're also sending out our IceCast feed to the networks, right? So we're eating up a lot of bandwidth here. The video has got audio as well. Then we have the audio stream is a big stream because that's an IceCast, unbroken 16-bit audio stream. Exactly. So we have to, get a fine balance between the two and make sure that it streams out. But I think we got it dialed in. I just want to make sure it's not skipping or buffering.
That's working fine here.
Okay, Kevin, I really appreciate that, and thank you for all that you do, my friend.
Thank you, too, Jimmy, for all the shows you've been putting on. Really, really great stuff this past week. Randall was just hit it out of the ballpark last night.
Man, that was so cool. That was so cool.
Yes, it was.
Even for me, Robert Schock the night before was...
Yes, Robert Schock.
Oof, man. And then, of course, Kevin Moore on Monday. It was a fun week for me on the show. So, there you go. Kevin, I think
it was fun.
I got to get out of here. I got to get to commercial. But thank you so much, my friend. And next week we'll get the movie review of Primer from you. Thank you so much.
Okay, go Beckley Teppy.
Go Beckley Teppy. Kevin needs to get his own show. Kevin needs to get his own show. Them pipes. All right, Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night. It is Fader Night. 747-228-2051. 747-228-2051. More of your phone calls are next. Stay with me. You're listening to a preview of Fade to Black. To get the full episode, go to jimmychurchradio.com and get our podcast. Welcome back, Fade to Black. Thursday night, Fader Night. Open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. Love it. Thursday night, Fader Night. Your conversations, UFOs, paranormal, supernatural, time travel, conspiracies, contact, experiences, all of that. Whatever you want to talk about. We can even throw in. I didn't do the taco truck this week, and it's Thursday. I'm thinking taco truck tonight. So we can also talk about food, music. We can do that too as well. You know, I love music. Right before the show tonight, I was playing that. That thing's nice. You want to see it? Check it out. See what this looks like in high res. That's right. Look at that bad boy. Oh. Ooh. Yeah. Look at that. It's got the tree of life on it. See the neck? The tree of life. Look at that thing. Isn't that thing beautiful? It really is. And it plays. It's just got this. It's got this feel to it. I can't even explain how nice it is. Just beautiful guitar. Butter. It's butter. So I was playing. We can talk a little music. Dude, let's put this thing back. Next to my alien. All right. Let's see here. Let's line up this and that and do a couple of things really quick. And yeah, taco truck tonight. And that's what we're going to do because this kicks off our weekend. We also, we just completed the gazebo. So I have the feeling that this weekend is weatherproofing. Yeah, we got to hit it with that Thompson's water sealer or Bear or something. But yeah. And also Rita likes the color of the cedar. So I don't know much about the weatherproofing, that Thompson's water sealer, but I don't want it shiny. Can I get that like in flat clear? Does anybody know out there? Tell me if I can get that in flat clear. Do you guys know about that? I don't want it shiny, and I want to be able to see. I don't want to change the color. Can I get that stuff in flat and clear? Let me know on Twitter. All right. Let's go to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, turn me down in the background.
Wait a minute. Can you hear me?
Okay, let's go. Who's calling?
Derek.
Hi, Derek. What's on your mind? Where are you calling from?
Lynn, Mass.
From Massachusetts?
Yeah.
All right. What's on your mind tonight?
I just want to talk about one of my experiences.
Okay. Lay it on me. What happened?
Well, basically, it's what I call shadow people. I've had a lot of experiences in my life like this as a kid.
Right.
And even recently, like in my bedroom or whatever, where I can't move my body, I can't speak, I can look at them, but I can't move, and I can't yell.
Right.
And there's a big shadow figure in front of me coming closer to my face, and then I get freaked out, and I finally break out of it. And it's like it's happened multiple times in my life. And I've heard research, all this stuff like shadow people and stuff like that.
Right.
I've never thought it was real until I researched it. I thought I was crazy.
Right.
And it's, I don't know, like a different kind. I've seen the fat one. I've seen the one skinny one. And I can't move my body. Like it's, I don't know, man. It's, I love your show, man. I listen all the time, and I love the community, and it's awesome that I got, at the end. I never thought I would get in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good, Derek. See, this, first off, you're not crazy. Okay, you are, well, I don't know, you may be crazy, but the shadow people part, sleep paralysis kind of thing. This happens to millions of people every single night. Every night.
Yeah.
Every night. I had my experience. I'm not going to repeat the story here. But, yeah, man. You know, and it was real, and I couldn't move. And it went on for about 15 minutes. And so when I've had my experience, and when somebody else tells me about theirs, I just want to hear about it because it's okay, first off, to talk about it on the show, but I know what I went through. And hearing other people talk about theirs lets me know that I'm not nuts. That's all that I care about. It was crazy. Derek, look, man, I went through a traumatic experience, and I left the TV on and all of the lights on in the house for 10 years. And I was an adult, man. I was in my 30s, you know, and, you know, looking back, see, my daughter was born in 1995. This would have happened in like 96, like right in there, 1996, which would have made me 33 years old, sleeping with the lights on. Sleeping with the lights on, man. So, look, you know, and I didn't tell anybody, you know, and what I am saying out loud is what you've already gone through. It's like, you're not telling people this, are you?
No, not really. Only a couple of friends that I that know about this stuff, basically, that can listen and understand.
See, that's actually that's better than what I did, because I definitely. Oh man! Oh, check this out. You ready for this? I just got a tweet. I'm going to retweet this. I want everybody to see this. I'm gonna. You don't mind if I take the time to retweet this, Derek, with you on the phone?
No, that's cool.
Because I got to tell you who the tweet is from. I'm tweeting this out right now. This is, hold on, I can't talk and type, right? So this is my friend from Panama, Ricky Royo. Okay. I want everybody to see this. That tweet right there, my man, Ricky Royo, sat next to me in drafting class in Panama, the Canal Zone, in high school. And one of my good friends in high school that now, think about that, that was 40 years ago. And he listens to this show, and he just tweeted. He told me what to buy. Preserve a wood. So, but how cool is that? That a friend that you grow up with in another country found this show. How cool is that? Isn't that trippy? That's
awesome, man.
Yeah, that's just totally awesome. And it just popped up when I was talking to you. So I thought I'd...
what do you think it is, though? Like, what if, like, everything you've been through, everything, like, what would you think that thing is? Do you think it's multiple things, or, like, what?
Well, okay, look. It could be a lot of different things. Not even to say that both, two of your experiences are the same entity or the same thing. They could be different. You just got the luck of the draw that it happened to you more than once. In that... It could be something that you're manifesting in your own id, in your own mind, and you're creating it. It's real, but you're creating it, right? Okay, out of your own fears. Okay, out of your own fears and what have you. It could be that. It could be something from another dimension. It literally could be something popping in from a parallel world, another dimension, stepping into your room. Could be that. Could be E.T.,
Yeah.
Could be an interdimensional something entering your room. Could it be demonic? Could it be religious? Could it be a ghost? Could it be...
Yeah, and how do we know? We might be afraid of it, but it might not be bad. Like, I don't know.
Right. It could be any, it could be something completely interdimensional from another time. And that is just coming through. Could it be a spirit of the dead that is trapped in the netherworld? I don't know.
Yeah, or a different reality or something like that,
Right. Now, if it becomes physical and something happens, like you get hit with a candelabra over the head, okay, that's, if it gets physical, then you have something to worry about. But if you're not waking up with marks around your neck, and I'm not suggesting anything here, but what I'm saying is, unless that kind of crap is happening, then just enjoy the experience. Enjoy it. I know you're waking up scared. I was petrified. I was ready to kick some ass and take some names. I was really, I thought I was going to have a throwdown in my bedroom. I was not, that was the frame of mind I was in.
You don't know what to think when you...
No, I was going to flip out of bed and start doing some Bruce Lee. That was my thing.
Yeah.
And fortunately, the event ended. But nothing happened to me. I wasn't physically harmed, or anything like that. So you don't have anything to worry about. Is it scary? Sure. A roller coaster is scary, but you enjoy the experience, right? And looking back for me, Derek, now, knowing that I've had that experience, I would rather have had it than not.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd rather have...
Then it's like, in the community and everything, like I got into this a lot in the past few years, but I was having experience my whole life. And when I heard about some of the stuff I've been listening to through all the different, like, the community we are, like your show and everything else, like, it's awesome. And I figured out more stuff, but still, it's like, awesome in a way. It is
totally. Look, I laugh. I literally laugh at the dude. Think about this. I totally laugh at the dude that's driving in the new. I'm going to pick out a doofus car, not a doofus car, because. But what I mean is, the guy that's got the new Camaro, the new Plymouth RT Charger with the black rims, and it's got all the options on it. And he parks it, and he's got the fresh clothes and the cologne, and he doesn't think that he thinks his life is about cars and money, right? And going out with his friends during happy hour to go pick up chicks, and that guy that's never had your experience, right? That he thinks that is all that life is about.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I would rather have these experiences than the car.
Yeah, you're living more than just a regular 9 to 5, basically.
Right. There's more to life, and there are people out there that don't get it. And no, I'd rather be you.
I think more people are starting to come like this, like all this, like how it's starting to come more. The population is starting to become more aware and awakened. I think.
Oh, they know that life isn't what. They're starting to figure it out.
Yeah.
Starting to figure it out. All right. I will enjoy another update. If anything happens, give me a call.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I listen to your show all the time, and you're awesome, man.
Thank you so much, Derek. Behave.
You too. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too, Derek. Great phone call right there. Great phone call. Look, going back to the discernment conversation that I just had, and also, listening to Derek, when I share my experiences with everybody, and I hear somebody like Derek, call in and share his experience, that's what this is all about, right? That's it right there. I still cannot believe Ricky tweeting, listening to the show, my man, Ricky Royo. All right, let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, Amy. How you doing? This is Alberto.
Hey, Roberto. How are you?
From Mexico. I'm fine. How are you, Jimmy? I just have... tell me.
Yeah, how you doing? What part of Mexico?
Monterrey, Mexico.
Monterrey?
It's in it's in the north of Mexico.
Yeah, you're living large. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
How are you, Roberto?
Right. I'm doing great, Jimmy. I just have one question for you.
Sure.
And be honest. Have you been threatened by the U.S. government in the past? I mean, something like, have you received a call from U.S. government? Something like, hey, Jimmy, better you don't talk about this topic in your radio show?
I would say this. The short answer, let me give you the short answer because I'm going to be completely honest with you. The short answer is yes. Okay? The short answer. The long answer is, and I told everybody about this when it happened. I might have mentioned it one other time on the show or, whatever. But I did have the man, it was a woman and her team, show up at our house and knock on the door. And this is what happened. I'll just tell it to you straight. I'm home alone. Rita was gone, and and the doorbell rings. I'm like, what? Okay, this is 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and I go and open up the door, and it's a lady wearing a suit. And
black suit,
a dark suit. Yeah, my memory says dark gray or dark suit, and kind of maybe Filipino, Latino looking a little bit, and she says, and I believe I saw some ID. I saw it the second day for sure, but anyway. On her waistband underneath her jacket. And so I see that. I thought she was a cop. And she says, is this the church household? And I said, excuse me? And she said, and she goes, how many people live here? I said, who are you? She goes, I'm with the census.
Yes.
And I looked right at her and I go, no. And I shut the door. I shut the door on her. And the next day, she comes back. And I open up the door.
With more people?
Yeah. Now she's got two dudes with her, straight out feds. Two big dudes standing behind her, sunglasses, suits, the whole thing. And she goes, Mr. Church, we need to talk to you. And I said, you know what? We're with the, you know what? The answer is no. And I looked across the street and I see a police cruiser, like a police interceptor. What do you call it? The Ford, LTD, whatever. And I see that across the street, and I'm like, what kind of sense? What? And are they walking around my neighborhood? I didn't see anybody. Nobody else talked about this. And what census shows up with, bodyguards? It was crazy. Yeah. And I shut the door. And she had an iPad. She had an iPad, and she was holding it, looking at the iPad. And she, and tried to like peek into the house, like look past me. I'm like, man, now where I screwed up, this is my mistake, Roberto. Where I screwed up is I should have, I wish they would come back. I should have run out and, gotten my phone and went out and started taking pictures of them, the car, the license plate, videotape, and capture this. I was scratching my head, going, that was weird. Now looking back, it was, I don't know. Officially, I don't know. But, and you know what? If it was the census, wouldn't they be back? I don't know. Shouldn't they have? Shouldn't they have left a note on the door? Don't you fill out something? I don't know. But, it wasn't like they were going door to door. And this is the other thing. We live in a, well, I guess I can say it because we're protected. I live in a private gated community.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
There ain't no getting in here. Right? There ain't no getting in here.
That was
It's that simple. It's that simple.
yeah.
How did
And
they
how
get in?
how did you feel about it? Because they were trying to intimidate you, right?
Yeah, that's looking back. That is the only conclusion I can come to. That's not. I know that they weren't the census, but I don't. That would be a Crown Vic. Somebody just said Crown Victoria. Yeah, that's what it was, Crown Vic. Looking back, that's what it was. I handled everything wrong. I just handled it. I handled it completely wrong. I blew it. And when I say to people all the time, "Hey, did you take a picture?" and they go, "No." Well, look, it just shows you how guilty I am. And I ruined the opportunity for the Men in Black. I ruined it. I completely ruined it. So there you go. Roberto, thank you for the phone call. And
thank you.
And
thank you, Jimmy, for your show and for this time.
Roberto, now go live large in Monterey.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a beautiful town, man. You know it's a beautiful town.
Yes, it is.
All right, man.
Yes, it is.
Thank you so much, Roberto.
Take care, Jimmy.
You too.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you. Mexico coming in. That was the more, like I said, when I think about that experience and I just go back and I put all of that together. I remember Rita coming home. I'm like,
like I said,
this weird thing went down, and I don't know, and it was the second day that I told Rita about it, not the first day, because that was just, this lady that was there. But the second day with the two halfbacks from Notre Dame, those two linebackers, big dudes, big, thick neck, corn fed, played for Nebraska. I'm talking about big dudes. Man, and I forgot to take a picture. I should have run in the house, and I totally blew it. If I would, I'm rambling about it now. Let's take a break. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fader night. If you're on hold, stay right there. Open lines all night long. 747-228-2051. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. I'll be right back. Stay with us. You have just listened to a full hour free preview of Fade to Black. To get the full show, all archives, just go to our podcast section at jimmychurchradio.com. You can also sign up to be a Fadernaut in our membership area, where we have downloadable MP3s. Go to jimmychurchradio.com. Go Bagley Tappy.